Hello. Hey everybody, happy Thursday. How we doing? Um yeah, I haven't really done much since Tuesday. Had band practice for the first time in a while, and that's about it, really. Otherwise it's been a pretty quiet week. Other than the fact that work's getting busy again, but I'm not a not a huge fan of that, but what can I do? What can you do? All right. Let's see. Um, we're gonna try and finish up the DLC for this game today. I don't know if it's going to be possible. Um, it's gonna depend a lot on how quickly we get through this last section. Because we're still on the fourth. Is it the fourth? Third DLC, maybe. We're still on the third DLC, the last case, and then we have, I think I read there are 5 scenarios in the fourth. So, I don't know. It all depends on how smart I am tonight, and we can never depend on that. So, I guess we'll see. Let's get started, shall we? Alright. Published by Playstack. There's a good old Echo Secunda. Alrighty. Hello. Echo Sift. Alright, consequences. Alright, so we have a giant robot running rampant and destroying the ship. What's going on here? Take a look. Okay, this ship is busted. Flight recorder will record for several minutes after crash. Sentinel ship, but we were so far ahead. How did they find us? Take it. Hey, see that billboard? That explains what one of our artifacts does. Don't call me that. Look at this place. It's perfect for now. No, thanks to you. Where'd you get your license? Hey, don't blame me. Okay, alright. Alright. Interesting. So we need to figure out in what order that is appearing. The Pickpock 23 teleporting harvester. Effective, safe, and legal. Teleports fruit straight from tree to storage bin. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Okay. Oh, there's a dead guy here. Oh, Hecko has been memory wiped. Monument to Humanity, Data Disk Facility, Data Guardian's Office, Tenska Family Orchard. That is a... Okay, Hecko's dead. What happened here? Did he do it to himself? I'm confused. What? Huh. Alright. Oh, it's this again. Here's our statutes. The Mega Miner User Manual. The Mega Miner robot can be programmed using either visual or traditional scripting. Figures 1 and 2 show the default mining function looks in each case. To trigger this function, use following line of code, remembering to replace both bracketed parameters with the ones you require. Run mine, Dreadworm Ruby. Alternatively, you can write your own functions using the inbuilt commands, which are detailed on the next page. Okay, interesting. Mega Miner polishes gems to radiant shine with 0 damage. Destroy the obstacle. Drop whatever it's holding. Search its current area. Mark specific targets. Instant humane death. Ooh. 8,000 geo weights of raw gemstone material. Step forward 3 paces. Interesting. Verbal input received. I am a lawful citizen. My name is Talakib. I am not intoxicated. Analyzing input. Input correct. Ah, okay. Mega miner shutting down in 3, 2, 1. 0. I'm a lawful citizen. My name is Talakib. Never in my life have I ever thought about touching narcotics. Sentinel I've never seen entered my cell and removed the idol using a circular saw, and he said, you saw nothing. Not long after that, people were running around and then gunshots, and now we've got turbulence. Is this all in the same day? Jeez. Ah! Okay, alright. She's having a bad day. I am a lawful citizen. I'm a sentinel. I am not intoxicated. Okay, alright. Operator authorization to Talkib only. Run justice function from chip. Running justice Hecko Sift. I'm alpha. I'm not intoxicated. Statement 1 error. I'm a lawful citizen. My name is Talakib. Never in my life have I ever even thought about touching narcotics. Stop all functions. All previous commands performed successfully. Okay, alright. Interesting. You will answer for this, so you caused this? Make it stop! Look what you've done, Tala. This is all your fault. Insolent child, I did it in the name of the law. Don't you understand? Did I not show you his evil dreams? Whoa. Oh no. They fused. Here's the golden idol. It's empty. And it's set to give all memories. Here's our data disk. A gun. And a whole bunch of artifacts with no label on them. The men are not breathing. Oh boy. Quite a pickle we found ourselves in. Alright, let's see if we can map this out first. Okay, let's see if we can find some sort of order. This looks like it could be what is going on. Alright, you had one job. Hey, don't blame me. Maybe they just got lucky. You know that's not what happened. Give me that map. We need to hide. Listen, idiot. We were shot. It's a miracle I got us this far. Everyone okay? Are the artifacts intact? Check all 6. Are they alright? Okay. their bodies have any clue on what was going on with them? Seems like they might have used the gun, maybe? I don't know if I did it on purpose. So. Or for several minutes after. He's got a map. Give me that map we need to hide. Okay, so maybe he was the last person with the map. Is everyone okay? Are the artifacts intact? Check all 6. Are they alright? No thanks to you. Where did you get your license? Listen, idiot. We were shot. It's a miracle I got us this far. Will you two stop bickering? Look behind us. Is that... Surely it can't be the Sentinel ship. But we were so far ahead. How did they find us? Isn't it obvious how? Did you see? Ah, you had one job. Hey, don't blame me. Maybe they just got lucky. You know that's not what happened. Give me that map. We need to hide. Take it. Hey, see that billboard? That explains what one of our artifacts does. 5 more that do that, and we won't need Mr. Deadweight here anymore. Don't call me that. Look at this place. It's perfect for now, at least. Let's go. Okay, so obviously he was driving. Yep, alright. Good. We figured that out. Now I need to figure out what all the rest of this shit does. Our good friend Etham here shut down the thing. It kind of seems like they teleported themselves. Like, okay, you have some string here. It looks like they rigged it to... They must have gone at the same time and accidentally fused. Because they didn't understand exactly how the thing worked. Which is kind of weird, because you think... I don't know. You'd think this would be like a modern technology that people kind of understand. I don't know why they're calling it an artifact. But whatever. Or not modern, contemporary, I guess, is more accurate. Where the hell did this Mega Miner thing come from? Why are they... I'm unclear on why all that's happening. Okay, where's the... It's the user manual. Okay. So it looks like it's going in a loop. So... Okay, so the first one is find. I am decent with coding, so hopefully I should be able to decipher this. Let's see how it goes. Okay, the first one is find. And then you have... You have a bunch of if functions. So if find nothing, walk and then return to start. So I think that's this one. So find nothing. walk. If found obstacle, destroy and then return to start. Uh-oh. Well, hold on. Either of these could be walk or destroy then. Well, we'll set it for now, and then maybe we'll be able to determine later on if my assumption was correct. So square would be obstacle. Obstacle. If found, so we have found being and found gem. Identified is not target. Discard, return to start. If identified is target, kill, destroy, and return to start. If found gem, identify. If identified, not target, discard. If identified, clean, store, return to start. So this one is probably destroy, since this doesn't match anything down here. This does match something down here, so they both must be the same verb. This must be if found being. I know how programming works, and then the last one, triangle, must be gem. So not target appears to be the C, because both of them are discard, if that's the case, and then that makes the other one target. Let's put target and non-target together. Okay. Well, ++ is identify. Barbells is discard, it looks like. And then we have kill and destroy. So that's kill. And then this one is clean and store. Clean and store. Perfect. And we have a description of what everything does. So it is in the middle of destroying an obstacle right now. All right, let's see. Which one of you had this tree? Okay, so find. If nothing, keep walking. If obstacle, destroy obstacle. If being, identify being. If not target, store. If target, kill. Okay, that was pretty self-explanatory. So what, she like sicked it on the whole city and was like, hey, find him, kill him, anyone else just stick him in the storage tank. What the fuck? That's a terrible program. Because it ends like this. This is horrible. Are you sure you're not under the influence of narcotics? Alright, when Mr. Blue, Mr. Green, and Hecko Stift realized that Heko Sift was being tracked, they something to something because it was a something. They shoot the Veridola? No, doesn't look like it. They... What did they do here? What does the map say? The data disk factory is a tracking dead zone, so they must have entered the data disk factory. They entered the factory because it was a dead zone. Once inside... Mr. Blue and Mr. Green shot Heko Sif. That's what it looks like, right? Because he's kind of bleeding out here. He shot him. Then, using the idol, they transferred all Heko Sif's memories to a data disk. They did this because they needed him, because he knew the functions of the artifacts, probably. But he could not have could not have used the harvester without being tracked. Finally, using the harvester, they teleported to the orchard, but this went horribly wrong. Oh, I'm almost right. Okay. Maybe it's more like he couldn't have left the factory? Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, so... So, they're like, shot him, turned him into a memory disk, and then tried to leave. They didn't realize that there was an issue with the harvester with more than one organic thing, so it fused them and killed them. Oops. Is Heko Echo Secunda? Is that what happened here? Because that symbol looks familiar. That explains why he's such a menace. He's a criminal. Okay, what's going on with this robot here? Dalek Kid programmed the robot to search, to find, identify, and then kill Heko Sift before it could stop? Maybe? But because the robot had been Does seem like it's rampaging around here. Where did it start? Is the question. Ah! That's so funny. Is it because they used the golden idol on him? Because the golden idol had been used on Heko Sif, the robot failed to find him. So the rampage continued. Talakib tried to stop it, but couldn't, having just I'm a lawful citizen, I'm a sentinel, I'm not intoxicated. Set operator authorization to Talakib only. Set operator, resign justice function from chip. Running justice, here's the chip. Verbal input received. I'm a lawful citizen. My name is Talakib. I am not intoxicated. Input correct. Scanning Veridola. Authorized user statement denied. Statement 1 error. She is no longer a lawful citizen. Is it because she said it to kill and they're not supposed to do that? Handling unsanctioned, seeking wealth or status, an attempt to take the law into your own hands is forbidden. Okay, so she broke the third precept. Having just violated the third statute. Finally, Ethan Lervell managed to by using the Veridola that had previously been miscalibrated. Ooh, I'm almost there. What am I fucking up here? Well, let me see. Which one of these functions has it not completed properly? So it's found a bunch of stuff. It has found nothing. It has found an obstacle, and it has found a being that is not the target. So it's not found the target to kill. So it's failed to kill Heko Sif is the only reason that hasn't stopped. Perfect. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I actually really enjoyed that. Programming is kind of... Deciphering programming is kind of fun. Okay, the mining robot got stuck in an infinite loop of destroying buildings and capturing people because Tela had programmed it not to stop until it killed Heko, which was impossible because the idol had already extracted all his memories. Fortunately, Ethan realized he could trick the robot into accepting his commands by lying to it while wearing the temporary Veridola from the heist. This way, he managed to end what would otherwise have been an endless cycle of destruction. He is smart. He's just also kind of a lawbreaker. A little bit. 1 year later. Oh, dear. What do you think he was trying to achieve? Anything I say will be pure speculation. We'll never know what motivated that heretic. Oh, that's it? Thought I was gonna get more. Okay. Heko Sif wanted to... What the hell is... What are these words? Okay, so I have to look through and figure out what his motivation was here. Okay. Well, let's see. Here's Lemuria. We have our hunter-gatherers, our nomadic pastorals, our buffer societies. These are the islands, right? Farming societies and early state societies. So they're not... They're basically all very underdeveloped countries, is what's going on here. How could we forget the older timer's speech about ending the restraint policy? Is that like their non-interference policy, kind of like Wakanda? Soon all Lemurians will agree. We have the power, but are unwilling to use it. This cannot stand. The strong must dominate the weak. So much fuss over a drunken joke. I don't think he's I don't think he's joking. I don't think he was joking. Oh, that's not. Oh! This must be the artifacts they took. Here's our golden idol. Here is... I don't know what the hell this is. Is it like a dream weaver or something? It's like using the golden idol, he will break the chains of Lemuria and then rule over everything. Is that what the dream was? Prince Cloud's Trust. Euphoria. Teleports matter. Converts any body of liquid into gold. Add water to start your own rapidly developing civilization in a jar. I'm very curious about what the hell that means. Convincer. Expander. Coiffer. Assembles a targeted object into its basic parts. I really would like to see what all of those do, but so it's very clear he wanted to conquer all barbarians to force the world. There, oh, hang on. Wanted to convince all Lemurians to conquer the barbarians and then dominate them, probably enslave the world, something like that. Hi Shelby, how's it going? Conquer the world and then enslave the barbarians, maybe? What tools would he use to accomplish that? The Convincer. Oh jeez. Probably the Convincer, the Quafizer, and then hang on. Oh no, Convincer, Quafizer, and then Cloud Printer? Is that? Ooh, almost. We almost got it. Like convince convert an idea into a list of arguments that will convince everyone. Convert it to text, which will cause people who touch the liquid to memorize the text, and then print clouds that spreads a provided liquid sample into the atmosphere. See, that feels right. I think I've got the tools right, so I must have the plan wrong. Oop, gotta stop clicking on that. How you doing, Shelby? Restraint policy, maybe. Let's end the abolish the restraint policy, and then enslave the barbarians. Yes. So this was what he wanted to do. He wanted to kill his cohorts and then disperse his ideas to the Lemurians to make them all agree with him. And then that would take over the world. Ah. And he was thinking all that right before they overwrote Oriol Toussaint. The poor bastard. You could have improved so many lives with your wondrous knowledge from the Lemuria of the past. Barbarian or present weakling Lemurian. Bah! The last true Lemurian died with me thousands of years ago. Then perhaps it's for the best that none will access that knowledge anymore. Who is saying this? Oh, wait, is this him in the jail? In the psychiatric ward? Wait, is Oriol, like, talking to himself? He's, like, talking to Heko Sift? Like, you could have improved so many lives with your knowledge. Are you a barbarian or a Lemurian? Okay, interesting. It does kind of seem like Oriol's still in there. Wow. That's cool. Alright. Alright, alright. Alright. We have now our final DLC. Oh, I'm kind of sad that we're almost done with this. This game is... I mean, you know, it's not as good as the first game, but it's been a lot of fun. I hope they make another one. I really do. I don't know where they could possibly go after this, but I do hope they make another one. Hey heed to the curse of the last reaper, a horrifying tale for the ages. Uh-oh. Oh, this is just a replay. Alright. Last orders, a deadly end and a murderous beginning. Oh no! This is a dead guy. If found, please return to Wesley Beckett Barkeep at the Red Herring Inn in Port Armando. Substantial reward available. Room 1, Eleanor, and Room 2, Eleazar, and the healer, Johnliff. Room 3, Blind Marlowe wants to change his room.
Sorry, son. I'm sorry.
Pistol is empty, the barrel still warm. Did he shoot himself? What on earth are you doing traveling with something so dangerous? If I'd known what was in that crate, I'd never have let you keep it in your room. The corkscrew? And the washcloth? What was he doing here? Okay, what's going on out here?
What is the meaning of this strange sketch that the evil beast dropped as it fled into the waves? A bad omen, perhaps? So I fear the bosun's prognosis is grim.
Dear mother. A red tincture. Dried roots and herbs. The red herring. Runes available. Oh, interesting. Then we have present day. Shame to see that goateed fool leave. I was enjoying watching him drool over his modern forgery. At least Mr. Wiles and Miss Swan are still here to amuse me with the naivete. Which proves each map is not the original from 1797. Huh? Okay. Kitson Squirrel. Solam Puffer. The Annexed Chameleon. Tropical Elephant. Port Local Library. What the heck is going on here? Light cutters loot with lighthouse. Gangsters use the lighthouse to crash ships so they could rob them. Oh, light hands Loretta, you say? The Battered Cod. Ansel M. One Mariner's Lightning. $3. Sorry to burst your bubble, but Jasper, that's a fake. I got the real one right here in my pocket. Wait, where's it gone? Uh-oh. Trust me, Eliza, yours isn't what the paper is drawn on anyway. My research proves that mine is genuine artifact. Okay, so we... On the spot more than 100 years ago, Bosun Garner was mauled to death. Is this Bosun Garner? He must be a Garner too, then. Boy, that music's really unsettling. The battered cod. We have cigarettes and matches. We have another map.
Hey boss, it's Marsh. Guess what I just got hold of? The one and only remaining map from Captain Triton's final voyage. Positive it's the real deal.
How could you be positive? They're not even positive.
Cost me a pretty penny this map, but it's gonna pay off big.
Real big. Look at all them lighthouses. Captain Radigan Olita's pub crawl tour, boat tour of the Messerade Islands. Highlights include the Rusty Anchor and the Raised Tankard. Oh. Miss Borda has agreed. Here's the $1,200 in advance. Once you're done, meet me in the back. Once you've given me what I paid for, I will ride off in the night, never for you to hear from me again. Here's the money. Here's the map. And the woman is dead. There's a crowbar. There's a manhole cover key. And boy, she is mangled. What are you barking at? What do you see? Oh, heaven have mercy! Edward, I'll raise my bid $1,200. This is my final offer. My noble son, I leave to you this necklace which belonged to my father, Abacus. May you hand it down to your own children one day. Your loving father. Good heavens. Old Woman by unknown artist. Date 1790s. Donated by A. Jolliffe. Someone was discovered on a nearby beach after the tsunami of 1905 washed away one of the Messerade Islands. Creepy. Once owned by one of the pirates from Captain Triton's infamous crew who went missing along with their ship, the Last Reaper, after looting a Lemurian vessel. Doors are locked. Okay, we have all the information we need. Hi, what are we doing? We are solving more mysteries, it appears. This, I think, takes place in between the first game and the second game. So, I don't know what's going on, really. I don't know anything about what happened between the first game and second game. Okay, let's see if we can at least identify these names. Okay, so he's Jasper. And she's Eliza. And then we have Mr. Wiles. And Miss Swan. Now when she says goateed fool, is she talking about this guy? Yeah, he's the goateed fool.
Hey boss, it's Marsh.
Is Marsh your first name or your last name? Oh, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Captain Radigan Alita. He must be Captain Radigan Alita. Radigan Odita. Yes. She's the only one with a monogrammed bag. Edward. A Jolliffe. How the hell am I gonna figure out which one of these are real? Captain Triton. Alright. Let's take a look here. Number 2 key. He's the number 2 key. He must be Eleazar. Oh. Eleazar. What happened exactly to... I'm unclear on what's happening here. It seems like the animal might have mauled him. Is he the owner? Wesley Beckett? Or is he just the bartender? I'm assuming he's also the owner. Healer Jolliffe. Well, actually, no, hang on. He's got tinctures and herbs. Maybe he's the Healer Jolliffe. And there was a Jolliffe that opened a museum. Donated by a Jolliffe. This is the old woman picture that he picked up. A Jolliffe. See, only one A name here. Is he Ansel? Ansel Jolliffe? Are you also... Are you a Jolliffe? Borde, I'm assuming. Borde. What the hell is his name? A washcloth and a corkscrew. I don't know what the hell his name is. I have no idea what's going on with these maps. No. Maybe it's Abacus then. Ansel's the Ansel M. Ansel Marsh? Is that his name? Okay, Radigan. Edward. I think he's a Jolliffe. Now, who are you? Do I have any information on who you are? Maybe. I never let you keep it in your room. This the guy in room 3 is blind, and the woman in room 1 is a woman. Maybe he's the barkeeper. That would explain why he has an apron on. I don't think he's actually his son. I think he was just saying son. Okay. Now I have to figure out what these two modern people's names are. So she's Bourdais. Where would I find her name? She's got a tattoo with like a barrel in the foot. Is that what that is? It's kind of hard to see from this angle. He's also got a tattoo with a barrel on the foot. Maybe he's just a foot with a leg bone. Oh, the leg cutters! Maybe they're both leg cutters. Ships were plundered by the gang's sole female member, Light Hands Loretta. She's Loretta? Okay. I got it. That doesn't really help me with her name, though. Eliza. She's Eliza Swan. She's an aviatrix? Huh. Okay. Who are you? Oh, hang on. Maybe she's Myrtle's song. The last person to have checked it out. That's how those stamp cards used to work, right? Gotcha. Okay. Alright. We got it. We got the names, finally. Now let's figure out what's going on with these maps. How long ago were lighthouses invented? Is this lighthouse one real? Ba, 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 ba. At least some of these appear to be the same area. Are these all the same area? Oh, there go the ads. All right, we'll be right back.
Destiny, which meets the responsibilities of today and measures up to the possibilities of tomorrow. All men are created equal. They're endowed with inalienable rights. Governments are instituted among men to secure these rights, and governments derive their just powers from the consent of the governed. the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day.
All right, let's see here. What's annoying is some of these maps aren't facing the same way. Okay, let me take a couple pictures here and see if I can't rotate them the same way. Alright, let me just organize this here. Take a look. I don't immediately see anything here that is like very obviously not supposed to be here. Okay, hang on. Okay, no, there is something wrong. There should be here. There should be an island here. That's missing an island. What else are we doing here? I don't really what are these symbols on here? What are these supposed to be? Okay, we have one with a bunch of lighthouses on it, right? Okay, that's probably just sailors. This one has like mythological beings on it. Aren't those usually just in uncharted territories? This one appears to have trade goods on it. You got like cocoa beans or coffee beans and sugar and alcohol. This one has animals on it. And what the hell is this last one? Is that a palm tree? Palm tree, an anchor, a fish, and a tankard? What is that blood? What is going on here? Is that where she came from? What happened? What killed her? Who killed her? These are all mythological creatures, it looks like. Gangsters used a lighthouse at Port Armando to crash ships so they could rob them. The crime mimicked an infamous heist carried out in 1814 using St. Osmond Lighthouse on Skull Island, which had been built a year earlier. Does that mean, like, the lighthouse one's not old? That the pufferfish? Discovered in 1823. Oh! So that indicates that's not... Okay. That indicates that's not from 1797. Gotcha. So that one's not real either. What is significant about this drawing here? Dear Mother. Is that a map? Is that a map on there? There was a map on it. That's why this was stolen. Specimen was discovered on a nearby beach after the tsunami of 1905 washed away one of the islands. That's why... Okay, so a modern map doesn't have it then. The modern map doesn't have one of the islands because it doesn't exist anymore. Which is probably this one, this bottom one here. Don't know if that pistol gives me enough information. It's a weird heirloom. Why is this horse wet? Nothing else is wet. Did it, like, stomp on... Hang on. Did the horse stomp on this woman? Or kick the woman? Or do something? Like, popped out of it and then... You meet me in the entry exit point in the courtyard in front of the museum. Is she in courtyard? It's like right here, right? Why is she back here? Cost me a pretty penny, this map. Is this Skull Island? It kind of looks like a skull. Maybe that's Skull Island. The lighthouse had only been built a year earlier. In 1813, which means that is also not an original. Which means it's between these two. Now, what the hell can I find that would say anything about these? Is there any other thing that gives me an indicator of date? Pub crawl boat tour, rusty anchor and raised tankard. Oh, this is a pub crawl map. What part of it indicates... Okay, it's definitely between these two. But, like... Wait... Okay, no. This is one of the pubs on the map. And it was only established in 1892. This is what indicates it's not the real... Okay. Ah! I got it! It's like, what the fuck is this? It's a pub crawl map. Okay. Put that away for now. In 1797, a beast mauled... Oh, what's his face? Eleazar Garner, who in turn shot it, right? Shot the beast. Afterwards, Abacus Jolliffe found a, I guess the map, because I don't see anything here about the portrait. In 1927, somebody hired somebody, Loretta, I'm guessing, somebody hired Loretta to steal the map from Edward Jolliffe's museum. However, Loretta tried to conspire with the... No, hang on. Tried to flee with the map. So somebody trampled her with the horse. I just have to figure out who trampled her. Whose horse is this? Is it her horse? It's got a cover key and a crowbar. He does have the genuine map. So I wonder if he's the one who hired her to steal it, and then he trampled her afterwards? Because she tried to run off with the... Huh. Okay, so he's a stone-cold murderer. Damn. He did not strike me as a murderer. Loretta was supposed to exit the sewers via the manhole cover outside the front of the museum. Instead, she left through the one behind the museum in an attempt to escape the map. But Jasper spotted her, chased her on horseback, trampled her to death, and then washed the blood from his horse's leg in a trough in the alley. Ah, okay, that's what happened there. Jasper, Eliza, allow me to introduce you to the rest of the team. You already know Miss Song, our scientific advisor. What branch of science do you specialize in? Animal physiology. Tally-ho! That's Ivan Kearns, our driver and explorer extraordinaire. I'm sure you've heard of him. Are they bringing a tank? And last but not least, our trusty captain.
Ready to set sail, sir.
Oh, so they're all going anyway. Alright. Esteemed gentlemen, on the 27th of February, a Lemurian vessel was unlawfully attacked and a cargo pillaged. This incident has enraged the Lemurians even more than such acts typically warrant. Accordingly, I hereby issue the following strict orders. All vessels entering our harbors or encountered upon the high seas by our naval forces shall be thoroughly searched for Lemurian relics. Any such articles discovered are to be seized forthwith. Any persons found in possession of said articles are to be apprehended and, following a proper and lawful tribunal, hanged for piracy as befits their crime. This order shall remain in place for 20 years. Ooh, that's a long time. Sincerely yours, Nicholas Maker, President, Noble Seven Seas Company, a Lanka Lemurian region area. Oh, that's a... What is he waving? Broadside betrayal, mutiny aboard the last raper. Oh dear. The boy is comatose. Sorry lad, there's only room for me and the boy now. The boy, it's every man for himself. Ah, this is... He was one of... He was the guy that died in the last one. A map. There's the map. And there's a cutlass. Have you lost your wits? We're on the same bloody side. Pull me aboard. And prepare you to lose your life. This is you and your followers lost the vote. To all hands aboard the last Reaper, with the untimely passing of Captain Triton, the fate of this ship now lies in the hands of her crew. As per the pirate code, new leadership shall be decided by vote. Following terms are hereby set forth. Vote shall take place on the deck at noon. Everyone gets one vote, except for the powder monkey, who doesn't get one. The tally shall follow below once all the votes are counted. What happened here? A bullet is lodged in the mast. My goodness. A ladder, sure. You may outnumber us, but we're twice the sailor that you'll ever be. Surrender now, and I might let you keep breathing. Why are there so many weapons? Holy crap. A pile of cannonballs. I ain't cut out for this. I chopped meat up, man. I don't want to die down here all alone. Mom, please watch over me. Ah. Man is bleeding out. Cutlass inspection. Switch still using cutlass made of cheap, low-grade material. Replace soon. Lane, Nanda, and Valerio's cutlasses want sharpened soon. You ain't going nowhere unless you go through me first. Quick now, we're wanted in the captain's quarters. Is this a mutiny? Oh, my man, get your backsides here now. We've a mutiny on our hands. My goodness me. Take this, you filthy rat. Do C2 Garner's nose and Horn's leg. You know, Captain, you couldn't find gold in the gunner's gob. My. I could click on everything in this area. What's going on with you guys? Whoa, what the fuck? Oh no. I see this voyage is going just as poorly. Dead is... Wait. Oh no, maybe this is like the leftovers of the boat? Yeah, are you alright down there? A shiny gem and a net. Seems not alright. The ship is falling apart. Let's leave. Tell the old geezer to forget whatever junk he saw that drew him down here. Antoine Spilsbury, Jasper Wiles, Liza Swan, Ivan Cairns, Radigan Olita, and Myrtle Song. Andrea cigar case and a ruby ring. What's going on down there, Ivan? Haven't clicked on something. Oh, here we go. Look here, I found the ship's log, and it contains the name of that bosun we saw mentioned in the battered cod. Whoa, that's a lot of names. All right. Jeez, I don't know, guys. I don't know if we're finishing this DLC tonight. There's a lot of shit. Very interesting, Jasper. Good work. Okay, let's go back. So the vote was for Alistair Sims. Alistair Sims? Who was the first mate. So you're the first mate. He's the only one that would have the right to be screaming about mutiny. Okay. Our Eleazar Garner was the bosun, right? We knew that. That must be his son. It's the other Stefan Garner, the powdered monkey. C2 Garner's nose and Horn's leg. So he seems to be the doctor. Or the surgeon. Ada Baker? Oh, no, is it not? Garner's nose and Horn's leg. Is he dead? What happened? Okay, you're no captain, you couldn't find gold, and the gunner's gob. He must be Horn. Horn's leg. Horn was the helmsman. So you are... Wait. Where's Mr. Mustache? Are you Mr. Mustache? Ah, you're Mr. Mustache. Atlas inspection. His cutlass looks dull. Oops. That one's sharpened, that one's sharpened. This one is also dull. Cheap low-grade metal. How can I tell which one of these is low-grade metal? I chop meat, not man. All right, where's the cook? Maurice Selwyn, the cook. You're definitely the cook. You may outnumber us, but we're twice the sailors you'll ever be. Kukri. Garner's nose. Which one of you has a fucked up nose? Do any of you have a fucked up nose? Does he have a fucked up nose? His nose is kind of fucked up. Maybe he's the one that has a fucked up nose. Garner. Garner's nose? Wait. Oh, that's why his nose is all fucked. Okay, never mind. I understand. Okay, I only see one woman here that isn't dead already. She must be the sailmaker. And he wasn't... Clearly he's not the surgeon, because the surgeon is dead. But he is a woodworker, so maybe... Maybe he's a carpenter? Horatio Lyon? Carpenter? And I'm unclear on who that is. Who any of these other people are. Okay, let's go back here. Lane, Nunda, and Valerio. Nunda, Lane, and Valerio. Nunda, second mate, navigator, and the gunner. They all have blunt cutlasses. You have a sharp cutlass. You have a sharp cutlass. You have a dull cutlass. Dull cutlass. Dull cutlass. Okay, so now I have to figure out which one is which. Are they on the same side? Same bloody side? You and your followers. He must be Nunda. He must be the second mate. Now, who would have swam out there? The navigator or the gunner is the one trying to get into the boat. And the other one is climbing down in the hole. Fortunately, it's unclear what's going on with him. What jobs do we have left even? First mate, second mate, powder monkey. I have navigator. I have master at arms. I have gunner. And I have rigger. I'm assuming the rigger is the guy that's climbing up the rigging. That's probably what's going on there. The master at arms is the guy that would be inspecting everyone's weapons. Which leaves... who does it leave? It leaves our navigator and our gunner. Guess I could just take the 50-50. Can't tell. Does kind of seem like the cook made it out. You a navigator or are you a gunner? Are you a navigator or a gunner? I don't know why I want to say he's the gunner. Is it like all the weapons that he has? Who's Swift? Who's using the cheap cutlass? Swift is the sailmaker. She's using a cheap cutlass. Couldn't find... Wait, you couldn't find gold in the gunner's gob. Is that to say that he has a gold tooth? Is that why? Oh, perfect. Excellent, excellent. Alright. Now let's see if we can figure out who died. Who died where. Appears to have been shot. Her cutlass broke because she had a shoddy cutlass. She died to an axe in the head. Okay, so obviously here's our first mate, right? First mate died to... It looked like she was getting the headshot. So we'll say he died to our sailmaker with the flintlock. I believe our gunner died to Mr. Cleaver Man. Gunner died to the cook with the cleaver. Alright. Now, let's see here. She appears to have died to an axe in the head. And who was he? He's the helmsman. So she died to an axe in the head. Our sailmaker died to an axe in the head from the helmsman. Alright, let's see here. Shiny gem on net. Someone dropped the pipe. Oh no! It's the captain, or not the captain, but the guy that owns the boat. It appears he's been taken because his pipes. Oh dear. Is that the same guy? He just fucking. No, hang on. This must be our navigator friend. Navigator died to the bosun because of the harpoon. He's got his head split open. Probably also from the axe. He's a second mate. Second mate died to the helmsman from the axe. Had his head split open. It's unclear what's going. Whose sword is that? Did he die to a bullet? He's the only guy with a bullet or a pistol, so our master at arms died to the rigger with a pistol. He's got a gold earring, which appears to have fallen off here. So this is our carpenter, I think. It's our carpenter. Died to a dagger in his face. Which one of you has a dagger? They're both working together, so she wouldn't have killed him. I think there's only one other person with a dagger, him. Well, one other person with a dagger that's not dead yet. Now, who has this? Who has this ring on their finger? I don't see a ring on anyone's... Oh, no, wait. Ring. He's got a ring on his finger. And the ring finger died to the broken cutlass. So our rigger died to our sailmaker through cutlass. Kind of wish I could zoom in on some of this stuff. It's hard to see. Our peg leg man died to a dagger. Our peg leg man is the helmsman. He died to a dagger. I think the only dagger left is the gunner. Now I have to figure out who this last guy is. Who's even left? First mate, gunner, carpenter, rigger, sailmaker, second mate, master at arms, helmsman, and navigator. Who am I missing? The cook, maybe? Powder monkey and the bosun are gone. They made it out. Him, her. Second mate, master at arms, navigator, helmsman, cook. The cook? The cook's the only one left. He's got that gold chain around his neck. It's not clear what killed him, though. He's missing... He seems to be missing an arm. It fell through the grating. Somebody chopped his arm clean off. Maybe with a kukri? Got in the head, though. I don't think the gunner killed him. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he died to blood loss, though? It's hard to say. This is obviously the cook. I just can't quite tell what killed him. Did he die because of the cut-off arm? Is that what killed him? Maybe he just died of blood loss. I can't really see any other reason he would have died. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, we've almost got it. What am I missing here? I feel like I've got most of it. Well, I do have most of it. I feel like I've got all of it. It's the problem. He died instantly down there. I don't think he would have killed the helmsman. Only other person with a dagger besides the rigger who's on his side is her. Ah, okay. I'm not quite sure how that... She went back outside, killed him, and then got chased back in here to die, I guess? It's kind of a weird... Or... No, okay, you know what? I think I understand. He came in here. She stabbed him with the dagger. He whacked her in the head with the axe, and then he, like, stumbled back outside and then died up here, I guess. That is what seems to have happened. Okay. Let's see if we can piece together what happened here. So, in 1797, the last Reaper's first mate was elected the new captain, voted in by... let's see. Powder Monkey did not get a vote. So... He was on their side, he was on his side. He shot him. Not on their side. No, no. So enemy, 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 enemy. The gunner and the cook killed each other, so it's kind of hard to say who was fighting who was on whose side down there. I'm assuming the cook voted for the first mate. It's like, why? He seems to be a gentle soul. The navigator and the bosun. They were both on the same side. Second mate lost with votes from the carpenter, the sailmaker, the gunner, and the master at arms. That night, the second mate and his supporters attacked the first mate's faction, resulting in numerous deaths on both sides. While the fight raged, the bosun and the powder monkey escaped with the map. Alright. I have fully understood what's going on. Okay, in 1927... Oh, I need to figure out what's happening in modern times now. Well, I think I have sort of pieced together what happened. Radigan Elita went below deck having something. Probably saw the gem. Having spotted a gem through a grating. But someone blank a blank, which blank a blank, so blank blank and blank a blank before being blank into the blank. Pulled into the excuse me. Let's see. I'm assuming something pulled him in, because that's what it looks like. The ladder's been pulled away. The net is caught on. It's, you know, it's just chaos everywhere here. Someone toppled the ladder, maybe? Did he hit his head on the cannonball? Net's wrapped around the ladder. Someone pulled the ladder? Or pulled the net which toppled the ladder? Pulled a net which toppled a ladder. So he fell and hit a cannonball before being dragged into the sea. Okay. Interesting. Somebody set a trap on this ship, even though it's been sitting here undisturbed for like 150 years. Several hours after losing the vote, William Nunda's supporters launched a coordinated attack on Alistair Sim's faction. On the deck, Nunda and the Master-at-Arms ambushed the helmsman, thinking they had him outnumbered. However, they didn't realize the rigger was above them, making it a fair fight, which they lost. Eventually, everyone killed one another, apart from the bosun and his son, who escaped with the map. More than a century later, the expedition team found the shipwreck. Radigan Olita was lured into a trap and dragged into the sea. Arturus Walter Keane. That name sounds familiar. It is with the deepest gratitude that I put pen to paper, for it was your noble hand that I was delivered from certain doom during the reign of the Order Party. The time has come to repay my debt in kind, as is the custom of Lemuria, a life for a life. I understand that unfortunate events have rendered you a shadow of the man you once were, bowed and wearied by the weight of cruel fate. Yet take heart, for there exists a remedy. On the 27th day of February, a Lemurian sentinel vessel shall depart from the azure heaven and make its course to the volcanic isle of Craven Rock. Aboard shall be a number of sacred relics destined for the annual ritual restraint. Amongst these artifacts is one of singular power known as the Wishboom. You shall know it by its unmistakable fragrance, both sweet and strong. Should you come into possession of this gift, you will become a new man. Upon my solemn oath as son of Lemuria, I affirm that all I have written is true with unwavering loyalty, Ergen Ptu. I don't remember who's who there, but sickness and health, the law of the jungle takes its toll. Walter Keane. Let me look up Walter Keane. Who was Walter Keane again? He was the thief that was trying to take the idol from Edmund, and then he switched sides. And then got old, and then he shot... Didn't he shoot somebody? Yeah, he shot somebody. He set a trap and shot somebody. Ergen Batu... Ah, I remember this guy. I remember this man. Okay. Alright, what the fuck is going on in here? Tent? Oh, I gotta figure out who's in whose tent. Who's okay? Who's on watch? Ada Baker? Ada Baker? That name sounds familiar too. So my punishment is the only reason I'm alive. Oh, mighty Dagon, I saw the dreaded spitflies again. Avert marks deadly disease from my body. Take other, the witch claims she has a preventative cure for the fever in her kit. If this is true, give poor Tom a sign. Whoa, what the hell? What happened here? This man is not breathing. This man is also not breathing. Oh, there go the ads. Alright, I'll be right back.
destiny, which meets the responsibilities of today and measures up to the possibilities of tomorrow. All men are created equal. They're endowed with inalienable rights. Governments are instituted among men to secure these rights, and governments derive their just powers from the consent of the governed.
Alrighty. Yeah, I think maybe me planning on finishing this DLC tonight was maybe overly ambitious. We're gonna have to cut into Sunday's time. This man is also dead. Why are they all dead? What happened? Why are you all dead? I swear I didn't know. You won't shoot a sick woman, would you? It's a sorrowful thing what befell Walter Keene. I liked him. He never hit me. Not even once. Ah, drowsiness does overtake me, and the witch proclaims herself stricken with illness. Well. Oh, there's a doctor here. Okay, alright. Oh no. What the? Oh. Doesn't look good. This man is dead. Spirit Journey with Don Hernan. He using this geezy ad to go mushroom hunting. A ruby ring. What are all these ruby rings? Who is this guy? Come quick, Myrtle! Maybe we can still save him! Let's see... Is that... Are they married? What do these rings mean? Okay, he appears to be suffocating. Red skin tone, high oxygen temperature or oxygen oversaturation? Wait, what? So he's suffocating, but he's got a lot of oxygen? Or a high body temperature? Oh, that's confusing. Hallucinogen, if overdose, leads to extreme nausea, non-fatal. Oh, non-fatal? Non-fatal, you say? Okay, so that's not what killed him. Someone actually suffocated him. Or did something to him. Somebody did something. Somebody killed him. This was not him being a dumbass. He was just trying to go on a trip. Oh. There's your captain. I think? Wait, he's a member of the Leg Breakers. Someone is living here, but don't you see, Eliza? They're not attacking us, they're trying to scare us away. That means they themselves are afraid, so we needn't be. We should push on. Still, Jasper, Mr. Monocle is afraid, and if he wants to return home, we can't refuse because he owns the ship. Surely you can see that as well as everyone else. Mr. Monocle. Black Raven Whiskey. I wonder if... How are his pupils? They are... Is that what dilated pupils look like? They don't seem to be dilated. It's got regular pupils. Suffocation. It's got... Suffocation, and what else causes this? Does anything else cause suffocation? Does appear to be a white substance next to his tongue. I wonder if it was Vaunt 42. Like determine what killed the rest of these guys? Dilated pupils and blue. Blue body. Dilated pupils. Where are the dilated pupils? Nerve agent or head trauma. Nerve agent. No, it did. They weren't overheated. They were blue, so must have been promodal salt. Okay, I probably screwed up Antoine's. Um. Lack of oxygen in blood. Okay, so the blue means he's definitely suffocating. The red could be either oxygen oversaturation or high body temperature. What if we say it's oxygen oversaturation? That's more correct. So he's suffocated and he's got too much oxygen in his blood? How is that possible? Oh. Blocks organs' ability to retrieve oxygen from blood, causing suffocation. So he would have highly oxygenated blood, but still be unable to breathe. Ferricin. Died of ferricin. No, not ferricin? What? Ah, not cool. Not cool body, they just don't have oxygen in their bodies. They weren't cold. What am I thinking? What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, so we figured out the death. See if we can figure out the tense. Which one of you would have been owned by the person that owned this expedition? That mustache oil? What is that? Ferricin is a... It's a pink paste, and that appears to be a pink paste as well. Okay, well, let's start with what I can figure out. I believe this is our flyer extraordinaire. Does everyone have a first aid kit? Damn. Alright. Can I... What cigarettes was this woman smoking? Was she smoking? She's got the Red Bird Mountain cigarettes. Does anyone else have other cigarettes? Just verify that it's the same brand. Yeah, the Red Bird Mountain cigarettes. Okay. Well, that's definitely our flyer. Are there other people smoking? Are you a smoker? I didn't realize there were so many smokers on this trip. Is that our, this must be our tank drive. Who's smoking cigars? Who's got that lion pack? Maybe I should try figuring out these guys first. Twerp slept on duty. Let me see if I can organize these by time period, because I'm getting the names mixed up. So we have Ivan Cairns, Radigan Elita, Myrtle Song, Liza Swan, Jasper Wiles, and Anton. So, okay, alright. Stefan, I think Stefan's the twerp. Wasn't he the powder monkey? So he's the one that, quote unquote, penalty of death by withholding something. I am a true genius. They must have eaten the salt with one of their meals. Preventative in her kit. Nope. No. Ada Baker. That's hers. She's the poisoner, right? She's the poisoner from the first game. She's the one that tried to kill Edmund Cloudsley at his dinner party. So she must have killed these guys. Tom is the one who has this, all this set up. But which one of these guys is Tom? He never hit me, not once. Oh, mighty Dagon. Your journey to destination. Captain's journal. Which one of you is the captain? Honk. How's it going, Shelby? Boy, this is hard. Haven't been feeling good? Uh-oh. What's wrong? What exactly happened to the captain in here? Are you and Autumn? We're good. We're good. Doing all right. Untimely passing. Did they actually die? My Crohn's is acting up. I'm sorry to hear that. That is no good. What is she claiming she has? I hope you feel better. Isn't there something in here that kind of looks like what she might have? Red pock marks, high temperature, yellowing eyes. She's got red pock marks, sure, but she doesn't have yellowing eyes or seemingly a high body temperature. I think she might be faking. The dreaded spitflies. Yeah, so she's claiming she's got scarlet fever. I think she might be lying, and then she dosed everyone else. Man, this is... Ada Baker exempt due to illness. Did he hang on. Are those the same indicators? Is he Tom? He might be Tom. I need to figure out these other ones. It's a sorrowful thing what befell Walter Keane. I liked him. He never hit me. Drowsiness doth overtake me, and the witch proclaims herself stricken with illness. He's the one that he fell asleep during this watch, right? Maybe this is his tent, and the other two shared a tent. Wait, no, that's not right. Okay. That's him. Who's the other two? Shoes. He hasn't got his shoes on. I think it's like that. Now I have to figure out the modern tense. Wonder. Is it safe to assume that since Jasper had the real map, he held on to it? So we can say Jasper's in the tent with the map, maybe? That one's Eliza. Now who's Mr. Monocle? Or is that a monocle or is that a magnifying glass? Mr. Monocle owns the ship. I think this might be... Well, see, now... I don't understand why he would have mustache stuff, though. I think this tent belongs to the guy with the mustache. It's the only thing that makes sense. Cigars. Okay. Cigars, pills, and a pack. And then this one... Someone is sketching here. What are those bands? Oh. That's the same as on his pack. Okay. Alright. We got it. Okay. So we say Ada Baker contracted scarlet fever, supposedly. To prevent themselves from getting ill, the other three consumed the how do you prevent that? Like parasite? I wonder... What did she give them? I'll figure that out later. Stefan Garner was refused the something, whatever it was, having slept on watch duty. However, the blank was poisonous, so they died. 1927, blank wanted the expedition terminated. Antoine Spilsbury wanted the expedition terminated after the body of Radigan Olito was found. Discovered. Ensure that the expedition continued. What was he dosed with again? Barrackson, which is a pink paste. Is that Ferrickson? Industrial processing? Did he kill him? Yahoo! How's the mystery solving going? It's good. This one's a little confusing, but I think I'm starting to figure it out. What the hell is this guy's name? Completely blanked on his name. Where's the intro to him? Nope, not that one. This one. Right. Miss Song, our scientific advisor. I also expect the second half of that sound alert to play too. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's my fault. I only took the first half of it. I can put the second half in there. I just wanted it to be kind of a short little blip. Name's Ivan. Fair enough. What's this mystery about? You want like the whole story or just this one DLC that we're doing? Because the whole story, oh boy. However much you want to talk about? Okay, well, let me see. Let me see if I can... Okay, so... I will first describe what happened in the first game. The first game, you're introduced to the Cloudsley family. One of them kills another person. Last time there was a construction guy and political, like 4 dead bodies. Yeah, okay, let me see. So, this is like an alternate Earth where there were definitely ancient civilizations with like super technology that existed before our current day. So for the first game, there's a golden idol that is found to be able to manipulate the world around it, so it can take various attributes from around it and then give the attributes to something else. So for example, if you were to you could tell it to take the heat from a fire and then put the heat from the fire on something else and like light that thing on fire. I don't know if I want to spoil any more of that. But yeah, I can't really say any more without spoiling the entirety of the first game. But basically that is what happens in the first game. The fire would the fire still exist but be cold, or would it just move? The fire, I believe, would cease to exist. Because it would get really, really cold. Well, actually, yeah, no, because you take the property of burning from the fire would cease to exist. And then you impart the property of burning onto something else. So basically, there's a whole story in the first game with like the use of the golden idol, and then at the end of the game, the golden idol is broken. So this is the second game. Initially, I'm a little high. Oh, okay, all right. I'll see if I can simplify this then. So at the beginning of this game, I'm following. Okay. At the beginning of this game, you learn that there are other artifacts from the ancient Lemurians that exist in the world, and the first couple chapters follow somebody who is trying to assemble another golden idol. And she doesn't actually end up doing it properly, but it falls into the hands of some scientists who then end up testing to figure out what the idol does, and then trying to see if they can use it to improve their own situation. And I can't say more than that without spoiling the end of this game. Right now we're playing the DLC. We're playing the last DLC, which is kind of takes place in between the first and second game. So we're doing these scenarios, and we're kind of bouncing back and forth between right after the first game and right before the second game. So we have like an expedition that initially went to this island, and then another expedition that's kind of following in their footsteps. So we're kind of trying to figure out what's going on. So if we take a look at what happens earlier on in this DLC, we have a guy that died here. This is he's like the bosun of a ship. He died here. It appears the first one definitely failed, and you're trying to figure out why. Yeah, it kind of, yeah. And it's possible the second one also failed, but we haven't quite gotten there yet. So for this first scenario, there appears to have been a beast that this guy was keeping in his room, and it accidentally got out and mauled him to death. And you can see there's actually a marker here. It's like, on this spot more than 100 years ago, he was mauled to death. It's like, oh, okay. And then there's also like a whole heist that appears to have happened in this area. There's a whole bunch of people claiming that they have a map. Yeah, you know, if you die in an inn in the 1700s, there's a chance that you have a marker place that tells everyone that you died in that room. Hooray! So there was some time spent figuring that out, and then this second one, it kind of seems like it's a Rise of the Obra Dinn situation. So you have, like, just what I want my legacy to be. Mauled to death by an animal. Yes. So this second one, you have, an active mutiny in progress. It's like, ah! Mutiny! And then the 1900s expedition is like, wow, look at all these dead people. I wonder what happened here. So we're on the... I like his mutiny arms. They're very wiggly. I also like his mutiny arms. Like, ah, mutiny! Ah! So this third scenario, I think I've almost figured out what happened here. So the mutiny happened because they were trying to decide between the first mate and the second mate for who was in charge of the ship after the captain, quote unquote, died. But what it looks like here is that they just left the captain and a few of the rest of the crew behind on an island. Or maybe it's actually unclear whether this happened before or after the mutiny. That I'm not sure about. And then this modern one, the second expedition, it seems like one of them wanted to turn back because they found one of their party murdered. So he was also murdered. So double murder. Maybe not by the same people though. I'm sitting here trying to figure out the sequence of events. I've spelled mutiny wrong. That's fine. I knew what you were saying. In other non-game related news, I finally started... I watched a 45-minute recap of The Way of Kings and a 2.5-hour recap of Words of Radiance. I finally started Oathbringer today. I don't know how long that's going to take me, but we are finally back on track. Finally back on track to finish out the first phase of the Stormlight Archive. So there's that. 1797, Ada Baker contracted Scarlet Fever. Maybe I should pick those up. You should probably hold off a little until you've read a little bit more of Sanderson's stuff, because it seems like there's a lot of references to his other books. The whole thing behind his Cosmere is that, like, a lot of these books that he's written take place in the same universe, and from what I've seen so far of the Stormlight Archive, it seems like there are world hoppers running around, visiting these different book worlds. I don't know. I know he says they're designed to be so you can, like, enjoy the books in the series without having to have read any of his other books. How many books are in this universe? Let me see. How many books are in the Cosmere? Elantris, Mistborn, Warbreaker, Stormlight Archive, White Sand, Tress of the Emerald Sea, Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, Sunlit Man, Islands of the Ember Dark. You had a lot of books. I didn't realize they were all in the same universe. Yeah, I mean, it's not really relevant for most of the books because like they all take place on one of the planets, and like there's almost no acknowledgement that they are sharing the same universe. But I heard from one of my friends that the last book in the Stormlight Archive so far kind of references a bunch of them. Yeah, there's like it's not necessary to have read all of them. I feel like how many of them have you read so far? Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. What's going on here? They consumed the just asking mom for book recommendations. Ah, okay. Remaining crew was refused because having slept on Watch City. However, it was poisonous. And they all died. Spilsbury wanted the expedition terminate after the body wagon. Oh, the was discovered to ensure the expedition continued. Was it Ivan Kieran that killed him with his beard oil? Killed him with... Did he kill him with Phyrexin? Read all the Mistborn books, including the Western Time Period, and finished out the Skyward series. Okay, I would say Warbreaker is a good one to read. That's a standalone if you don't want to start like a series. That's a good book. I really like that one. Are you in the mood for something specific? Skyward series kind of lost me at the one. I haven't actually read that one yet. I couldn't say one way or the other. Let me see. I know a lot of people really like Tress of the Emerald Sea. I didn't actually enjoy it that much. It just seemed a little too non-serious. It's really goofy. I guess I just wasn't really in the mood for a goofy book. I kind of felt the same way about the Frugal Wizard. The premise was really interesting, but it felt really convoluted about space and universes for me to care about it much later. Watch about it later. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe I'll give it a shot at some point. I don't know what's going on here. What did she provide them? Is it do I just say what she gave to them? She gave them primordial salt. I know that. If overdose, it's fatal. Okay. And it's an anesthetic. Okay, I've screwed something up here. Maybe that one will tie me more to the bigger Cosmere. I don't know if that one is actually in the Cosmere. I think it's in its own thing. Yeah, I think it's somewhere else. I don't think it's in the Cosmere. Yeah. I wonder if she pitched it as something else, but I don't know. I've only got 2 of these wrong. But she didn't contract scarlet fever, did she? Maybe... Ah, okay. I had to say because she contracted nothing because I knew that she was faking her symptoms. I should have just said nothing. Alright, that makes sense. Ada Baker painted red spots on her face to convince the crew she had scarlet fever. As the ship's surgeon, she prescribed them all a prophylactic antidote, which was actually poison. Only Stefan survived, as Captain Triton had denied him the dose. When Anton Spilsbury saw Radigan Alita's bloated body strung out like a scarecrow, he panicked and wanted to end the expedition. As the financier and ship owner, his decision would have been final. To prevent this from happening, Ivan Kierns laced Antoine's whiskey with a deadly pink paste which he had kept in his tent disguised as mustache wax. It's crazy that there are so many murderers on this trip. Why did she want to kill all of them? That's unclear. That is unclear. She is a poisoner by trade. So it may have been part of her mission to kill all of them, but I don't know why. I don't think that's been explained yet. It may be explained later on in the DLC. That happens sometimes, where you don't really understand people's motivations until you solve a later scenario. Dear Quick Eye Steward, it's come to our attention that a new obsession has gripped Port Armando. The hunt for legendary Captain Triton's treasure. We require you to proceed there, immediately investigate the matter thoroughly. Our sources suggest that the treasure may contain the fabled Lemurian artifact known as the Wish Bloom. According to legend, the Wish Bloom possesses the ability to grant wishes, though it does so in a perverse and twisted manner. Securing this artifact is of utmost importance to our organization. However, you're to exercise the highest degree of caution in its presence. We have enclosed a Lemurian text detailing the known properties and behaviors of the Witch Bloom. Study carefully. Finally, you will need to contact our initiate, whose details are provided to overleaf. He will obey your orders and help you in this mission. Yours in the mask, Quick Eye Master. Okay. Interesting. The Quick Eye Steward. She was also part of a cult, I believe. I think she might be the Quick Eye Steward. So it sounds like her cult masters told her to try and get a hold of the artifact. Which is possibly why she killed everyone. Wish Bloom, old bones and old sins. Oh. What? What? Whomst the hell? Oh. Oh dear. Oh me, oh my. Yeah, I'm definitely not finishing this DLC. Definitely not finishing this tonight. So... Alright. Let's wrap this up here then. Let's raid somebody. Sorry guys, I couldn't quite finish this DLC in time for the end of stream. I wasn't smart enough. So we'll have to finish this up on Sunday. I don't quite have Sunday figured out. I want to start Expedition 33. I was hoping to have a full stream dedicated to the start of it rather than starting after finishing this game, but it looks like that might not be possible. So tentatively, I think what we're gonna do is finish up the last 2 cases in this game and then play like an hour of the intro for Expedition 33. I also need to play it. Ah, yes. Yeah, I mean, I love JRPGs, and that one was Game of the Year, so it's pretty high on the short list. Already got it installed on the PlayStation 5 and everything. So I'm gonna try starting it. I don't think it's, I don't know. I am worried that it's very long and may end up being the only thing I play for the next several months. How Long to Beat says it's about a 30-hour game. 45 if you do side stuff, and then if you want to do everything, it's like 60 hours. I'll probably end up doing a bunch of side stuff. I might not do everything. If you're only playing on stream, it'll take a while. Yeah. It's like the eternal problem with me playing JRPGs on stream, because they're always so long, and like I want to experience it with all of you guys, but I also like it. Because I don't stream very often, it takes me forever to finish them. Like Stellar Blade is not a long game, but that took me forever to finish on stream. So I think probably what I'll do most of it on stream, and then if I want to do completionist stuff for it, and I probably will, if it is Game of the Year, I'll do that stuff off stream. I'll just play most of the main story. I'll play all of the main story on stream. Most of the extra stuff will probably be off stream. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's see if we can find somebody to raid. Elena is streaming Animal Crossing Valentine's Day Villager Hunting Bingo. Prey is playing his first playthrough of Celeste. Jelly's playing Date Everything. You guys want to raid into Elena's Villager Valentine Bingo, or do you want to watch Prey playing Celeste for the first time? Don't mind either way. Let's go say hi to Prey. He is playing Celeste for the first time. Lena has 101 people watching. That is crazy. Those are crazy numbers. Alright. Go say hi to Prey. Try not to spoil anything for him. It's been popping off on TikTok? I guess so. I just don't know how to navigate that whole space. I gotta hire an editor or something. Alright. So yeah, we will finish up the Rise of the Golden Idol, and if we have time, we'll start Expedition 33 on Sunday. I am going out of town for Saturday and Sunday, but I think I will be back. I'll be back in time for stream on Sunday. Sometimes it's just luck of the draw. Yeah, but you do have to try, and I'm not really trying. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody. I appreciate you all. And I will see you on Sunday. Have a good night. Bye.